This is Lee with 82 Game and 12, and this is going to be video 11 of Great Battles of Julius Caesar Deluxe Edition. I've got one video, it's a shorter video, about 30 something minutes long, that I did live. So hopefully you can get to that. Hopefully it wasn't, there and then it's not there anymore. I was wanting to try out the streaming, live streaming. I got a new little camera to use, and I just wanted to see. One thing is I really can't, pull back, get close like I can with my phone. So I need to get just a camera that is not doesn't have to be connected to a computer until you're ready to do some editing and so forth. But anyways, that video had to do with the leaders that have a 3 initiative, and I'll kind of review that in case some of you aren't able to see that. It's not there anymore, whatever. So got a little issue here with my phone holder. Okay, so we want to hit the sponsors here. We've got Mer2. They make fine quality jewelry. These are bracelets that I've had for 4 years, and they're still in new condition, and I wear them quite often. So they've got lots of different types. I suggest you check them out. If you're like me, I need something on my wrist. I no longer wear a watch, but all those years of wearing a watch now, I've got this ghost sensation there on my left wrist. So this kind of takes care of that. And you can check them out at mer2.com. There's also the link I'll put for their YouTube page. And then we have Series A Dice. They make fine quality dice, and I'm actually going to use some of these today. I need to pull out the black ones as well. This is a Red Cloud is what it's called, and they're 8 set. And what's unique is you get 2 20-sided dice. There's one here, and then there's the white one. So you have an off-color one in all of the different sets, and they're not always going to be the white with gold. So, as I said, this is Series A Dice. So it's at SeriousDice.com, Brooklyn, New York. So check them out, and I'll actually pull some of these out and use them. So let's see, I think that's the one there on the end. And then I'll use the percentage dice as well. So I should have been using them from the start, but that's all right. So I'll put a link for their webpage, YouTube page as well. Okay, let me review what happened. So I had a roll, and Piso got to activate first, and he decided to just use his command points, his initiative. I guess they're called command points. I found my list. Let me see here what they call it. What is just called initiative. So, and that's the number of units that or activations that they have. So he just decided to use that instead of relying on someone to activate him. To try to use some kind of line command or so forth. So he was up here, and he rode back with this unit to get away from the front line so that he could come down here and rally, which he did, this unit here. Okay, and they were able to recover 4 points, okay, which is basically their troop quality, okay. And what I should have had him do was just leave this one up there, and he should have used an activation to recover this unit, okay, and then to ride himself back to here. I didn't do that, and wish I would have. Mistake on my part. Okay, so then we go across the battlefield, all the way across, and over here we have this cavalry prefect here. He was over here, and he was thinking about having these two lancers move and attack here and here, here and here. But in order for this cavalry unit to get through these cohorts, they would both end up losing a point of their troop quality. And I didn't want to do that. So instead, I had this skirmisher, this slinger, Baliac slinger, fire at these Roman this light cavalry, and they got a hit. Okay, and then the prefect moved to here, and then he activated this lancer that was here. So he rode over here and was attempting to attack this flank, and that unit was attempting to rotate, reaction move, and I rolled an 8. And so I did, about that time, for some reason, at some point, my camera cut off. It just went black. So I don't know at what point. But, so this unit here is going to take 2 hits from that. And then I look to see, let me look here to see if he gets to, if you fail, if he gets to rotate. Oh, it says that, wait a minute, let me look at this. Okay, I'm on rule 7.14, page 23. Okay, any unit or stagger units may change facing one vertex per orders phase when an enemy unit moves adjacent to it from a non-adjacent hex. This includes advance after combat. It may not do so if it is already in a ZOC. Okay, it's not. After changing facing, the going player rolls the die and modifies that die roll by the plus or minus difference between the movement the MA movement, I don't know what the A stands for, but it's the movement points of the moving unit and the MA of the stationary unit. If the die roll is higher than the unit's TQ, that unit incurs cohesion hits equal to the difference with a minimum of 1 cohesion hit, regardless of the dice roll. So I forgot about that. Cavalry units changing facing rex. Okay, that's infantry. Okay, so you're going to take at least 1 hit. So that does go ahead and get to rotate. So you rotate and then you roll. All right, so that is going to be a shot must check right there. And you know, I can come in here several different ways, maybe to get a little closer to the action here. like so. All right, so oh, they're both going to have to roll for sharpness check. Okay, the Caesarean unit rolled a 1, and the Senatorian unit, which is the Pompey side, rolled a 2, so they both passed that. So now we just have one roll for the attack, and I rolled an 8. You see that? That's not an 8. Go. Okay. So let's take a look at our chart. Let's find out what happens. Okay, so we've got a Lancer versus Roman cavalry. Okay, attacker's Lancer, Roman cavalry. Okay, so no attack or defense superiority. Alright, attacker, Lancer. Roman cavalry. Okay, so we're going to be in the 6th column on the shot combat. We go down to 8. It's going to be 2 and 3. So get this out of there. So this unit here, okay, is going to be at 5. Which this one here will be at 2, so I'll take this 2 and put it there. And this unit here is at 5, so he's 1 of routing. So I got to roll to see if he's going to on the collapse. So let's roll to see if he collapses. Six. One thing I guess need to know is when we're talking about TQ, are we talking about what your current TQ is, or are we talking about what your original TQ? When you're doing these checks. Because when you're checking, when a routed unit's TQ is a 1. So 843. I guess as you lose, as you take losses, does that not lower your TQ? I guess it doesn't. I guess your TQ would stay. I guess it would just stay whatever it is until you're routed, and then of course it's 1. So. Okay. Okay, so that unit survives. So since he didn't collapse, okay, then we're just locked in combat right there. Okay, and so now this cavalry prefect right here is finished, and he's finished because we had a trump earlier from a 5 rated leader. And so all leaders 5 or lower are not allowed to use momentum. So that's that. All right, so now we would go to the leaders that have a 4, okay, or yeah, a 4, because that's all of the leaders that have 3. They're just those 2. Oh no, wait a minute. We got another one. How come I don't have the cavalry prefect on my list here? Oh, that's why. Okay, so we still have Julius. Julius is still active, or he gets to activate, and he's right down here where all these units are routing. So, and he's got a 0 charisma, so he's not going to be able to use his charisma to recover anybody, but he could move on top of someone and they would automatically rally, because that's the rule. So he could move, rally someone, and then attempt to rally someone else. He's got 3 activations. So I think that's what he needs to do. His tribunes have already all he could do now is maybe ask him to fight, do a legion command, and then all of these would fight. But I think he's gonna come back here and let's see. Do I have somebody back here that? There's a veteran. This Galatia. see. So he could actually route one of these. And or rally one of these, and then possibly he could okay. Alright, so he's gonna move because, you know, his charisma, he can't really do anything besides it says a routed unit stacked with the rallying leader rallies automatically, no die roll required. So he wouldn't want to try to roll to rally anyone. Okay. So I guess he's going to come back down here to this where this veteran is. He's going to come back down here and he's going to rally this guy. Okay, so we've got to roll on the rally table. So you know what, I think I've shown it, but there it is. And he has a TQ of 6, printed TQ of 6. So, and he's not, let's see, the unit was not previously depleted. So, I rolled a 0. Dang, he's only going to get 1 back. Okay. So now I got to flip him over because he's depleted now. Now, let me see here. I think I can steal. Let's see if I can also do a recovery with him. Let's see if it lets me do that. Okay, now it says he may not receive or use orders until the next game turn. They can be refaced. Okay. Oh, so he can't issue an order. They can't receive any orders, so he can't attempt to have him recover. So that's all he can do. We got to flip him over now. Okay, so he's finished. All right, so now we can go to the force. And Caesar's army only has 1, Domitius, and he would be actually the next one to go, because we just had a Pompeian I'm having a hard time saying that. Senatorial, put it that way. They've got 3. Labienus, Scipio, and Aphronius. So, okay, so let's go to Domitius, Domitius, who is right here. Okay. And let's see. This tribune is already, if he's out of range. He's out of range. This one's not. So he can actually have some of these guys do something, or he could just have a legion, give a legion command. But let's see. Let me look here. Okay, so it says if a section commander wants to direct one tribune, he must be in command. Okay, well, he doesn't have strategy rating. Okay, he can give individual orders. He could give a line command. I think he'll just give individual orders. He can give 4. So, and it doesn't have to be just with this legion. Okay, so he's got, let's see, he's got 4. Yeah. Okay, so he's got 4. Okay, so first, he's got charisma of 2. I think good, just no missile. Okay, he's going to try to rally this guy. So he's going to have to roll a 2. And he didn't. 2 or less. So that unit's going to move. Okay. So now we're down to 3. Okay. And that guy's got 5. That guy's got 5. That guy's got 5. Those guys are going to crumble. All right, so he's going to have this unit turn. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. And he's going to throw his Pele. And of course, then he's going to be also fighting So he throws his javelin and misses. Okay, so let's put a shock. Must check right there. And so this guy here, he's going to activate him. Okay, so now we're down to 2. Okay, got 2 left. This guy going to turn 1, 2, 3, and then 4. He's going right into his flank. Okay, so now we've got. Oops. Oh. Happened? Oh no. Okay, we've got a javelin throw right there. So 5, that's going to be a hit. Okay. Of course, they can't turn. So now we're going to have a shock must check right here. So now he's got 1 left. He's going to have this guy just get in behind that guy. And that he's now at 0. We don't have any more. So he would be finished. All right, so I've got this attack here against this stack, who is this Tribune. And then I've got this attack right there. All right. Okay, so let's roll our dice. Excuse me. Pull back here a little bit where I can actually put these dice in here. Okay, so the 2 Caesar cohorts, they both pass the TQ check. Okay, now down here, this guy's got a 6, so he is going to fail, which is going to mean he's going to rout. So we can remove that. And he's going to be route moving. And then over here, This guy's gonna, he's gonna go to what, 5? So, okay, the only one we're going to have to roll is going to be this one here. It's got the Tribune. So, first let's roll to see if the Tribune is injured. Nope. Okay, now the result. And we got a 3. Whatever happens, that stack is possibly going to be routing because he's at the, but yeah, it just needs one more, so they're going to route. There's not anything that leader can do to stop it. He does get to adjust the dice by 2, so it becomes a 1. Okay, and it's veteran against recruit. So we're gonna have attack superiority for one thing. Okay, with attack superiority. Okay, and then we look at the class of swords. Veteran versus recruit, it's going to be on the 6. He is depleted, so he goes down to 5, and then he's outnumbered 2 to 1. Goes to 4, and it's a 1. So it's going to be 3, 2, but the 2 is doubled because it's attack superiority. So 3 and 2 becomes 3 and 4. So this stack is going to route. And that veteran is going to take 3. These guys with the Tribune are going to route. So 1, 2 like that with the Tribune, and then this guy can move in, and he's actually going to turn like that. And then down here, this guy attacked here. This guy's going to have to route, and he can't move to there. He's going to have to go through this guy. Okay. And if we look at the stacking summary, voluntary stacking, okay, routing unit is cohort. If it goes through, moving through the same legion, there's no penalty. And it's going to be the same legion, so there's no penalty. So they're okay there. So 1, 2 right there. And then of course he comes in here like this. And this guy can fire on him. So yeah, we'll just use the blue since that's what we were. So he gets to fire his Pele. This guy still takes, no, let's see. Oh, no, he doesn't have to take any hits. But he's, let's see. I think he's going to be missile now, though. I have to look. Okay, so he gets to fire. And he gets a 1. So he does hit him. And let me check here. I think he's going to be missile. No. And I think the other guy's missile. No. think. Yeah, cohorts and axe throwing units are automatically out of missiles after the first time. So I was right, they're both going to be missile no. Okay. So, he's finished. We can already turn him over. Yeah. So, Dominius is finished, which now we go to Labienus, Scipio, or Aphronitus. And let's see, Scipio, Aphronius. Aphronius is already done. Must have used him at some point. I don't remember how I used him, but I must have used him. All right, so that means we've got Scipio here, and we've got Labienus. It really doesn't matter. So I guess I'll use Scipio. And let's see, his tribunes have already gone. So, see, and I could have used Dominius to have all of these other guys attack, but I didn't want to do that. One thing is these guys all have 5s, and I was trying to wear some guys, try to, take care of this so that only this guy's left. Could have also attacked here, but decided not to. But Scipio can actually he can actually use his command to everybody within range to attack. So he could have this tribune come back to here, use 2 of his command points, have him come back. This one's okay. He could do that. Let's see here what we want Scipio to do. 7. Like, what are you doing? I'm just looking to see who can be. Yeah, the shock no check. Any unit issued fire-only orders, or those simply within the activated leader's command range, and this includes tribunes and legates, directed to issue Legion commands, may choose to attack all enemy combat units in their ZOC. These units are given a shock no check. Okay. So Scipio can just have all of the units that are within his command range to attack. Now, first off, he wants to pull this tribune back. So he's going to use 2 orders to pull him back to there. Okay. So he's got and we got 2 riding units there. This tribune. Okay, so he can move to here. He's got 2 left. He used 2. Should use one side. Okay, so he had 4. So he had to use 2 to move that tribune back. So he can move to here, okay, on top of this tribune, and he can rally one of the units. Okay, now let's see about this stacking. I think let's see who can stack what. I think when you do that, the guy just, you have the router unit just moves on. So we'll have the routed unit move out of the way. So this guy here is going to be rallied. I've got to put a rally marker on him. And then I've got to roll. I've got to roll to see. Leave that tribune there on that guy. So this guy's rallying. Scipio's with him. Let's roll to see what. I got a 0, so that means he's just going to get one point back. But he's still, that's better than none. Okay. So he's now used all of his, he moved, and then he rallied this guy. So now he can have all up and down the line here within his range. 1, 2, 3, 4. So from here all the way over to here. Okay, I don't have to necessarily put them on these other guys, but that's what you would normally do. Okay, just to show. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. This guy here is out of range. So we would have to attack like this: here, 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 and then there. Okay. So, all right, just so you know. Okay, so we've got green attacking red, blue attacking orange. We go green, red, blue, orange, all the way up and down. Here and here, here and here. Here to here. There we go. All right. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 die. 6 die rolls. We got, what, we only need 6, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, so right there. So what is this? Okay, so we're attacking here. That ain't right. Should be this one. Okay, so we got a 7, an 8, a 2, a 0, a 4, and a 4. Okay. All right, let's take a look at each one of these. All right, so right here against here. Okay, we've got 2. Well, we got conscripts against a veteran. Okay. All right, so we've got Syrian conscript against Legion 6 veteran. Okay, so we've got a conscript. Okay, that's going. None of this is going to be attack, superior, or defense. So conscript versus a veteran, that's going to be a 7. Okay, now the defender is depleted, so now we go to 8, and it's 2 to 1. So now we go to 9. We rolled a 7. So that's going to be 2 and 3. So this guy takes 3, and he's routed. Okay, these guys take 2. So he's at 4, and the bottom guy's at 3. And let's see, I better put this 4 on top. because he's one away. Okay, so we're done with these two. Okay, so now we've got this one and this one. I'm actually hitting some of these other units here. Okay. All right, so here to here, so we got conscript against veteran again. So it's going to be the same thing. Still going to be a 9. And we rolled an 8, so that's still a 2 and a 3. So, yeah, he's routed. And these guys take 2. So he's going to be at 4. He's going to be at 2. So I need to put this 4 up here just in case. He could collapse. Alright, here and here. Alright, so we've got just 1 unit, and he's up against 2. So we've got a conscript against veterans, and let's see, flip this over. It's going to be 7. He's depleted, goes to 8, but goes back down to 7 because defender is at 1 to 2. And we rolled a 2, so it's going to be 2 and 2. So this guy's going to be, bottom guy's going to be at 1. Top guy's at 3. This guy takes 2, so he's at 4. So he's going to be at collapse. To wait to see what happens with him. Alright, so remove these. We'll go to that. Alright, so we got 1 against 1. Conscript against veteran, that's going to be at 7. He's depleted, it goes to 8, and we rolled a 0. So it's going to be 3 and 2. So he takes 2. So he's at 5. He might collapse. This guy takes 3. So he's going to be at 4. So he might collapse. Okay. Let's take this away. Alright, so he's attacking there. Alright, so we've got 2 conscripts against a veteran. So that's going to be at 9. Rolled a 4. That's 2 and 3. Defender takes 3, and he's going to be at 8, which puts him at the route. Is that where he was at, or was he here? Thought there was a gap. right there. Yeah, that guy. So I think he was right there, and this guy was here. Okay, so what did I do? I rolled a 4, so it's 2. Okay, so these guys got to take 2. Bottom guy takes 1. The top guy is at 3. All right, and the last one. Of course, Scipio he can't try to get momentum. He's done. The last one here. We got recruits. Oh, the top guy is a recruit. That's what we got to use. Okay. So we got a recruit against a veteran. So we're at 6. 6. Okay. We go to 7 because the veteran is depleted. And then there's 2 to 1, so it's going to be 8. And we rolled a 4. Okay, it's 2 and 2. So he is at 5. I need to keep that there. These guys have to take 2. No, didn't need that. Okay, he's at 4. So he's alright. He's not going to collapse. Okay. So now we've got a check for collapse. Let's pull back. Okay. So let's route the ones that need to route. 1, 2. 1, 2. This guy here can advance. He's going to turn like that. Well, wait a minute. I don't think he can advance. Because he's in that, this guy, he's in that guy's Zoc, so he can't advance. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at these guys here. Okay, so this guy has to check, this guy has to check, and these 2 guys would check. This guy's got to check. Let's go ahead and check him first. Okay. Rolled a 4, he's safe. So he's just going to drop down to a 3. So he's safe. Now this guy's got to check. Oops. And he doesn't. So he's going to route. Okay. Excuse me. So both of these guys got a check. And they both passed. So he's going to go, oops, to 4 and stay. This guy's going to flip back to 3 and stay. Alright, so that's all of that. Let's pull back and see what we got. Okay, so Scipio's finished. And what we ended up with is quite a mess here. I know his miss will know. Alright, so we ended up with 3 units routing here, 3 units routing here. But it looks like we've got some units here, especially with this this unit here that rallied, even though he's only rallied 1 unit. He can be used recovery. We've got some holes here formed in Caesar's line, all across here. Over here we got the same thing here, so that's not good for Caesar. All right. Next, we got to move over here to Labienus, however you want to pronounce that. Labanius, maybe Labienus. We got these. I've got these 3 units over here. I think I'm gonna over here in Pompey's camp. I don't want to lose them. I think they're going to get knocked off the table. They're kind of concerned about them. Maybe trying to make a break for it. All right, so what we have is we've got Labienus over here, and he's got 4. Okay, but he's got a 7, so he could do a line. Uh-oh. Where'd this rally come from? Oh, wasn't a rally, is a route. Okay, sticking to my arm. He could roll to see if he could do a, because he's not in Pompey's range. 1, 2, 3, 4. But he's got a pretty good chance of being able to pass. He's got a 7. That's pretty high. And he's going to want to hit that line. Even though it's going to be defense, the defense is going to have it. It's going to be defense superiority. He's going to have to try to break through there and cause some kind of havoc with some of those guys. So, especially those skirmishers, they can run right through them. They can't even. They just have to try to run out of the way. That's a weakness right there. See, there's a weakness right there where these skirmishers are. These 2 guys here, and there's nothing backing them up besides this tribune sitting there. Then Caesar's sitting right here back behind. They can break through right there. There's those skirmishers, they can't They can't fight in combat. You know? They got reaction fire. That's it. I think I should have had cavalry pursuit somewhere. Oh, well, I didn't have, well, that was over. That was right over there, right here. But, of course, we didn't get a retreat or so forth, so. Okay, let's see if Lavinius can pass his, gonna try to pass his, with the cup, there it is. Strategy. Got a 6, so he passed. Alright, so he can do a line command. So he can command the skirmishers or the cavalry. And if we go to light command, he can actually let's see, line command, go to 4.4. Okay, so he could just do a line command for all of the cavalry units there around him. And that's what he's going to do. So, in order for the legions to have that defense superiority, they cannot throw their pilas. They've got to hold on to them. And then after that first round, they're going to be missile note because they're going to be in close combat. But that first round, they are going to be defense superior. But if they throw their pilas, they are no longer defense superior during the combat, close combat. So that's something that they have to decide on. Do we throw the pilot, or do we just hold on to it and allow that first round to try to really do some damage? I think they're going to hold on. But I wanted to check here about skirmishers in close combat. skirmisher not going to be able to get away. And they're not going to be able to be involved. They can't fight back in shock combat. So, of course, they're going to be eliminated. Let's see. Here they are. So any kind of be attack superior. And then if we look over here, yeah, they're going to get slaughtered. Okay, so we could really have some things going on there. Okay, so what we have here is Labienus is going to really try to do something here against these legionnaires. So first off, this guy here is going to turn here, and he's going to come in here and hit this guy right here. Whoa, excuse me. And so what we have is we're going to have this unit here is going to react by turning, and now he's got to roll. Okay, so he reacted, and his movement's 5, his movement is 7, so that's going to add 2 to the dice. Okay, I rolled an 8, so that becomes a 10, so he's going to suffer 3 cohesion hits. And we've got a shock must check right here. All right. Okay. So this guy's just going to move right into there. And all of these guys are not wanting to use their Pele. They're wanting to save those for the shock. Okay. This guy here is coming in here. So he goes to there. So we've got a shock must check. So we go to there. We go to there. Normally I wouldn't put all these shock must checks. I'd put one and then just wherever the last one would be. If I needed to, you know, to specify. Let's see, some of these have weapons. Okay, none of these guys do. Okay. This guy does, though. This guy's an archer. So we're going to bring this guy up. 2, 3, 4, and he's going to go right in here. Okay, and that slinger is going to fire. So that Balearic slinger right here is going to fire at this cavalry unit, Roman cavalry unit. He's got to get a 3 or less. Got a 5, so he missed. And so this guy here is going right there, and he's gonna throw his javelin at that guy. He missed. He's actually got a missile low, but he's gonna be missile no because we've got a shot must check right there. This guy goes 1, 2, 3 and turns. So he'll have a shot must check right there. This guy here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He goes right there, and we've got that. So this Balearic slinger, they get a 3 or less, got a 1, so it's a hit on this guy. But we've still got a shot must check right there. This guy's going to go right there. Just got to pull back. So this unit here is going to attack the flank of that guy. Let's see, he's actually turned like that. So he's got a shot must check. Julius is going to go right there. This guy's going to go right here. That's another shot must check. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we got a shot must check. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He didn't quite get there. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna move up here just a little bit, like right there. Of course, he's gonna be finished. But we've got to check to see what happens here. We've got lots of shot must checks all and up the line there. That's a lot. Let's see, we got these guys. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got 11. Okay, we're going to stop right there. And I'll pick up with what happens with Lavinius in the next video. It'll be a cliffhanger. That's what brings you back. Oh, what happens? What's going to happen over there? Right there where Caesar's at. What's going to happen? Will his legionnaires be able to hold him off? Well, you just have to come back for the next video. And next time I decide to do a stream, I'll do a heads up and try to do it at a time where maybe some people can watch, and maybe we can get a conversation going about this great battles of history. And we don't necessarily have to get too much done on play wise, but we can have just a pretty good conversation about maybe some rules, some different maybe some strategies, maybe some different things that you do as a solo player or face-to-face player, whatever it may be. But we've got quite the engagement over here. It's so freaking dark over there. Does it not look dark? Okay, that kind of brightens it up a little bit. But you gotta remember that wherever all these cohorts are, that's going to be defense superior. So these cavalry units, most of them have a TQ of 5. So it's possible that if they're taking double hits, they're going to be either routing or at collapse. But that's what Lavinius is trying to do. He's got to try to, maybe he should have just hit one area and held. That's what he should have done, but he didn't. Should have held back half of his cavalry units and just hit maybe that weak area right there where I said it was weak, and poked a hole in there, and then maybe the next turn he could stream through there. Instead of just going across the whole line. Lavinius didn't really use his. This is basically what he did. He didn't keep any reserves back. So I'm kind of being a little bit on the dumb side, I guess, and not keeping any reserves back. I pointed out where the weak area was, and what I do, I attack the whole line. Why would I do that? He's just not thinking. Like Lavinius, he wasn't clear. He thought, well, it'd just be a pushover. I can just run up there and knock them right over. Well, he didn't know the cohorts were going to be there, for one thing. So now he knows they're there, and he's still running up there. He should have just attacked that weak area. I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's going to be very interesting. Start of the next video is going to be that big battle right over there. That fight on Caesar's right and Pompey's left. And Pompey still has fresh troops right there. If he can get behind Caesar's line, these troops right there are in trouble. These guys right here. But looking across here, there's a lot of holes. And you can see a lot of routing units on both sides. Got all these units down here that are routing. Got some units up there. And there's nobody here rallying any of these units. Got some rallying going on over here. But I don't know if they're going to be able to rally enough. These guys are going to be forced to move. They're going to get closer to the edge of the map and be gone. Same thing going to happen up here. Which Mark Antony hasn't activated yet. And he's right here. And Sulla, he's going to get activation right up here. What happened right here? I don't know what happened right there. Where are these guys facing? Like, where did this come from? Okay, there we go. Just letting you know what's happening here. And like I said, the next video will be over here dealing with all these roles on the close combat, shot combat over here. So we're going to have must check TQ on all of these units. And we'll see what happens. I think a lot of those cavalry units are going to be routed and running away, and Lavinius is not going to have but a few units to try to exploit any kind of weakness they were able to create, which I think there's going to be right here in the middle where these skirmishers are. These two skirmishers here, there's nothing behind them. Okay, so you know, if they're able to get this guy to, you know, maybe slide in here. This guy's actually facing this way. So, they're not, cavalry pursuit would push them through. So, I don't know, we'll see. Be interesting. Come back and find out what's going to happen on, so this is video 11. Don't forget, video 10 was just a 30-minute video that really dealt with just 2 activations on either, let's see, yeah, on either end, either flank. You had Piso on Pompey's right, and then the cavalry prefect on Caesar's right that activated. So I really didn't miss that much. I was just trying out the live streaming. Using a little video camera, not a video camera, but a camera to hook up to your computer that I had picked up. I wanted to see how that worked and a little bit of how the streaming would work. I wasn't too happy about the the color to me was just kind of hard to see the counters very well. So there we go. So this is Lead with H2 Gaming 12. Don't forget about the sponsors, Mer2 at mer2.com and Serious Dice, Serious A Dice at seriousdice.com. Check them out.